Live Network. For more, visit red5.bio.link. Good morning, nerds. Good morning. It's time to talk some nerdy news. We got some crazy, crazy stuff going on. Will she or won't she retire? We've got to know. We'll look at all the contradicting information that we've got, because it's not like we haven't heard this before. But this time it's not coming from Mike Zero. So there's that. That's one check in the she might be really gone this time column. But we shall see. We shall see. We got a lot of information to go over. First, let's say hello to the chat. We've got Fernando. Good morning, Fernando. Good morning. All Star Wars fans rejoice. Our eternal nightmare is stepping down. Good morning, Maria. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Ding dong, the witch is gone, she says. Good morning, non-toxic Star Wars Alliance. How are you, my good friend? Good morning, Loki. She's 71. Eventually she'll leave, same as all of us. True story. She's 71. Dang. I mean, I wouldn't say she's the prettiest woman on earth, but she's looking good for 71. She must have some really good plastic surgeons. Good morning, Keto. Good morning. Ding dong, the bitch is gone. We shall see. Time will tell. We've got 10 months to see if that actually plays out, because they said at the end of this year she's due to retire. But yeah, 71. Like, kick back. Enjoy your golden years. That's how it's supposed to go. You're supposed to enjoy your golden years. Let me lower that. There we go. Good morning, Nicole. Good morning. Good morning. I'd rather stick it in a box fan. Good morning. It's H-Win DJ. Good morning. All right. Before we go any further, do me a huge favor. Okay, give me a big fat thumbs up down below. Subscribe if you're new, and ring the notification bell so you get notified whenever I'm back with even more nerdy goodness. And of course, if you have pets at home, shop with a company that loves your baby as much as you do, and check out Leash Boss at the link below and save 10% on your next leash, mat, puzzle bowl, you name it. Toys. Tiny loves the toys. Kino's having a day. He's having a day. Poor guy. All right. Let's see what we've got. First and foremost, we have this bit of information. Channing Tatum, his scrapped Gambit movie was a 30s kind of screwball romantic comedy. What? Doesn't sound interesting at all to me. It was a really cool idea. It's kind of odd that it got scrapped. Those movies don't seem to ever get scrapped, but it did. We got down the road. We were going to shoot it. I think there was a start date. Lizzie Kaplan told Business Insider, I had meetings with Channing, and there were a couple of we had a director, then we didn't, but I had multiple meetings with Channing and other producers. They wanted to do like a 30s kind of screwball romantic comedy set in that world, which would have been really fun. I like that idea. I'm glad it got scrapped. Gambit with a screwball romantic comedy doesn't sound interesting to me. Don't have long, but wanted to send some love. Aw, love you too, buddy. Yeah, I don't think I would have enjoyed that at all. Not even a little bit. All right, what else we got? Let's pick through. So Chris Pratt was asked on Jimmy Kimmel if he would return as Star-Lord in Avengers Doomsday. There was a promise that the legendary Star-Lord would return. We will make good on that promise. So, duh, he's going to show up. I mean, that's silly not to think that. Details on the Punisher special for Disney Plus. John Barenthal is co-writing the script. You know, I kind of like it when dudes like John Barenthal get involved with the writing. I mean, Ryan Reynolds writing Deadpool seems to have worked out 3 times. So, Reynaldo Marcus Green from We Own This City will direct the project, and it's described as a shotgun blast of a story with all the emotion that you want out of a Frank Castle story. Sounds good. Huh. So true romance, but with Gambit. They said more screwball. Screwball 30s. So I'm seeing gentlemen prefer blondes type crap. Not interested in a Gambit movie. Nicole says, while I love vintage 1930s, I don't feel it would have been good with Gambit and Marvel unless it was Captain America and Peggy. Maybe he'll cry more. Maybe Punisher will cry more in this show. Possibly. The choice of John Barenthal as Punisher was always a good one. Again, I didn't really finish season 2 of The Punisher, but I did watch season 1, and he was great in Daredevil. So I'm interested. You've got my attention. Charlie Cox says a traumatic event happens in Daredevil Born Again that he's still not convinced it was the right thing to do. Remember, this comes out Tuesday, March 4th. But we have to come back big and bold. We've got to make a statement after all of these years. What it does do is it's a wonderful catalyst for the rest of the story. 2 things. We do know that Deborah Ann Woll, Karen Page will return for season 2 of Daredevil Born Again. What we haven't heard is Foggy Nelson is returning. So, I'm going to say that he gets killed off. Now, in the comic run, Karen Page dies of an overdose. Yes, John Barenthal was amazing as Shane. He'll always be Shane to me. Loki says, I love the Ennis run of Punisher, but Barenthal sucked. Well, that's just you. Yeah, I'm going to say Foggy bites it. It's going to be Foggy. He is a fan favorite. I know people love him, so this could be pretty risky. It could be a risky move. Let me know what you got. But again, this comes out Tuesday, March 4th on Disney Plus. A lot of hype for this series. I'm hearing it is the best Marvel series since Endgame, and that is a statement. I love WandaVision. I love Loki. That is a statement. Remains to be seen. Let's talk something that's outside MCU and DC real quick. Born Again is going to be fire. Yeah, pretty sure it is. I've heard a lot of good things from a lot of sources I trust. So I'm here for it. I can't wait. I really can't. I'll restart my Disney Plus for that show so I can watch it with commercials. This should be no surprise. The Academy has obviously been corrupt for a long time. Winners, I don't know how many people know this, but it is not so much a popularity contest as it is a fiscal contest. If you've ever had a kid that did any kind of modeling or any of those beauty contests, those kid beauty contests, the Oscars kind of remind me of that. In those kid beauty contests, you buy ads in their booklets and stuff. And the person who spends the most money on those ads wins. That is basically the Academy. That's the Oscars. The Oscars. It's all about buying ads, buying advertisements. That's what it is. Money, 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 money. Not just for buying the ads, but greasing the palms of the Academy board members. No surprise there. I mean, Amelia Perez got nominated for, what is it, like the most nominations in history or something, and it got nominated for best music, and Wicked didn't. The Broadway, the famous Broadway musical didn't, but Amelia Perez did, and it's awful. I've not seen the whole movie. I've seen bits and pieces. I've seen the From Penis to Vagina song, and it's atrocious. It's like some Chat GPT level crap. And not to mention, it is a movie about Mexicans in Mexico, and there's no Mexicans. So that's pretty crazy. But this is just blatant. This is just so obvious. Yeah. Lost respect for the Oscars, way too political. Agree. And not just political, but greedy. And this right here is just some petty, and it just proves it. It's just proof. So two separate Oscars voters who didn't vote for Ralph Fiennes for the conclave said they did not vote for him because he's won before. They both believed he won an Oscar for Schindler's List in 1993, which he did not. Tommy Lee Jones won for The Fugitive. But is that a good reason not to vote for someone for an Oscar? Because they've won. There's multiple Oscar winners out there. Multiple. And you're telling me that because you think someone has won before, they're undeserving, their performance was undeserving for another. Not to mention, he's never won an Oscar. Tommy Lee Jones won the Oscar in 93. This is just stupid. Yeah, same. Fernando, same. And same. Same. Oh my gosh. A movie about Mexicans without Mexicans. Sounds like, or Mi Casa de Padre. Yeah. Yeah, it's awful. But to just, first of all, be so uninformed, and that's what you do. Your job is Oscars, and you don't know that this person's never won an Oscar before. You choose not to vote for him because you think he's won an Oscar before when he hasn't. It sounds like bullshit to me. No, and Lactima Padre was good. And it did. I haven't seen the whole. I don't think I've seen it. I think Dave's seen it, but I'm aware of the movie. I always put it in the category of Nacho Libre. John Shu was nominated. Huh. But as nomination was a woke political decision, let's be real. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. Because they're too afraid. They're too afraid of what would happen and how people would see them if they didn't. They're too scared. It's so stupid. They're all so terrified of being true to themselves, being honest, that the actual, real, legitimate, deserving things go unnoticed. And that's an absolute shame. And have you seen Conclave? Have any of you seen Conclave? You should watch Conclave, Mr. Oscar voter people. You should watch it. Because it's actually kind of woke too. By that definition. Nicole says, I am surprised Amelia Perez hasn't been boycotted or it hasn't blown up on social media. I think a lot of people have because of that issue and other issues. It's just bad. It's just bad. It really is. Um and as someone who is technically a marginalized person, when I see, and I've said this so many times, and I'm just going to keep saying it because it's true. But when I see a token disabled character thrown into a show or a movie, and all they have built upon that character is that one thing, their disability, and make sure we don't forget that they're disabled. They have no other character development. I'm offended. I'm offended and I'm insulted because it is reducing that person to a box to check and to one thing. I am not one thing. I am many, many, many things. And being reduced to, or making that one thing about me the sole piece to the cornerstone to my personality, is just insulting. It's so insulting. And I really truly feel that any marginalized person that sees themselves represented in that way should be equally as offended and insulted. It's so gross and it's so uneducated and heartless. It's an ism. It's racism. It's sexism. It's ableism. It's all of those isms because you're refusing to see that person as an actual full-fledged three-dimensional human being. When that's the whole point, isn't it? Is to see marginalized people as just as much a human being as you are. It would be like reducing Nicole to the fact that she has blonde hair and or blue eyes. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Ah, so stupid. All right. All right. Let's move on before I continue on this soapbox. Let's talk the casting rumor we have seen today. Jeff Snyder. Jeff Snyder has said that oh, where did it go? No, that's the wrong link. I'm going to find the right link. Maybe that if a bunch of people have posted this link. Okay, let's see. Conclave is still alive in the best picture race. All right. And scrolling, I'm not seeing it, but several people have posted this saying that Jeff Snyder has said the front runner for Clayface, James Watkins Clayface, is Harry Potter himself, Daniel Radcliffe. What do we think? I love my blonde. I think it's time to slowly bring it back. Yes, but you're not just a blonde. You're also a passionate person who has a big heart and cares for other people as much as she cares for herself, and loves to read and loves to learn and loves music, and you're a good mom and a good daughter and granddaughter, and you love Star Wars and you love musicals. See, it's just a part of who you are. It's not everything. It's not everything. What do we think about Harry Potter playing Clayface in a body horror film? Have you seen him in Horns? I've seen him in Horns. It was good. He's a good actor. Kino says, "Take my money." For Nerdling First Class Kino, take money. I'll watch it. I will too. I think Clayface is a very interesting choice for a movie. We've seen the Riddler, Joker, and Penguin and Catwoman all done to death. We've seen them a bajillion times in movies and TV shows. You know what we never see? Clayface. Why not? We've even seen Mr. Freeze. We've never seen a feature, or we've never seen Clayface as a featured villain. Pardon me. So Why not? I know a lot of people think that this is a weird choice, but I think it's a genius choice. I think it's genius. I do. Tabitha, I came in thinking Daddy was talking about me until I heard you're a good mother. We were talking about Nicole because I told her that being blonde isn't the cornerstone of who she is as a human. And you're welcome. I love you. You're a good person. And you know who else is? Tabitha. Good morning, Tabitha. She's wonderful. And thanks to her, I will not be going live at 3 a.m. Good morning, Omari. Good morning. Good to see you. Rolling Clayface will be an opportunity for people to see Radcliffe as someone beyond Harry Potter. Look at how far Robert Pattinson has come since Twilight. Give Omari a round of applause. That is a fantastic take. I completely agree. And again, if you got to watch Horns, watch him in Horns or Guns Akimbo. Yeah, check him out. I think he'll be great in this role. I think it's a great role. I think it's a great idea for a movie. I know a lot of people are like, I'm not pumped for Clayface. Who gives a shit about Clayface? Yeah, but we've seen the Joker. We've seen the Riddler. We've seen Catwoman. We've seen the Penguin. It's been done so many times. And isn't that what people complain about? That we're just rehashing stuff? We've seen the Batman origin 1,000 times. We've seen Spider-Man, Superman. We've seen those origins 1,000 times. This is something new. This is something that hasn't been done before. And it's a way for the DCU to put its stamp on something. I think it's a great idea. I think it's an absolutely great idea. Kino, I hope he morphs into Gary Oldman dressed as a cop to sneak into a crime scene. That would be hilarious. Kino says, Hollywood, you can send him his check in the mail. I'd love a Man-Bat film. Oh my God, that would be hilarious. Yes. Let's do Man-Bat. Let's do Condiment King. Give me Condiment King. I'm here for it. I love Condiment King. If you're new here, you don't know that, but if you've been here a while, you know how much I love Condiment King. Loki, how about wasting money on a Clayface movie since normies? Oh, stop it. You're so worried about that all the time. Listen, if it's good, they'll watch. If they give them hype for it, they'll watch. How about I add Clayface to my breakdown list and we'll help spread the word of who Clayface is to these normies you speak of. Kino, Nerdling First Class Kino says, I want to see Condiment King played by Bruce Campbell. Send him his check, Hollywood. Send him his check. That's a great idea. Clayface has to be similar to the substance. I think it will be. Body horror, James Watkins. Daniel Radcliffe. Let's do it. Get Jeff Goldblum as Man-Bat. I'm how you say a man bat, if you will. That would be great. Tabitha says, I'm a normie and I'd watch a Clayface film. Well, that settles it. That settles it. I will add that to my breakdown list. And you know, Dave he's usually my litmus test for the general audience, for the normies, and he would be totally into this. He's into the Clayface idea because it's new. They want new stuff. Everyone wants new stuff. You have this unending reservoir of source material, and you've just been reusing the same thing. The water's getting stale. It's getting stale and it's getting germy. It's getting diseased. Let's dip another scoop out from something else. You've got all these vats to choose from. Maybe that's the way to bring more normies, more general audience in, is to show them fresh ideas. Kite them in with a tasty new treat. Why not? Dreaming Tabitha says, I think Michael Fassbender as Man-Bat would be cool. Yeah, I can see that. I would literally watch Michael Fassbender as the Easter Bunny. He's wonderful and he's quite nice to look at. Oh, if that were true, they'd the new MCU films, except the new MCU films have sucked. That's the problem. You put a good movie out there, people will watch it. They will watch it. You put a good movie out, some people go see it, they like it, they talk about it, their friends go see it. That's how it's always worked. You need a good movie. If you build it, they will come. Kevin Costner told me so. And Kino says, and that really dark one, The New Adventures of Batman. Oh, yes. Yes. The actor who played Pennywise in the recent It movie would have been an amazing Clayface. Oh, yes. Bill Skarsgård. Oh, my God. He's so good. He is Clayface. He is a real life Clayface. Have you seen him morph his face? He is Pennywise. That was his face. That was not, it was not prosthetics that it can't do it. It can't do what he does. It's amazing. Him as Nosferatu, he changes his voice. He can morph into anything. He's like Jim Carrey. Dreamy Tabitha, I watch superhero films all the time, having no clue what their backstory is. And that's what someone like me is here for. Let's see. They were going to cast Jeff back in the 90s for the third Schumacher Batman film. That makes sense. As a Man-Bat? Shut your face. I love it. I love it. I love it. As great as this conversation has been, we need to really, really move on. Let me see if I've got anything else before we dive. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Now, you guys know I don't really talk about games. I'm not a big gamer. Tabitha and I would sometimes stream Fortnite, but on Kick, but now I just, do this on Kick because I'm not a huge gamer. And when I want to play a video game, which is kind of rare, I'm usually in my pajamas. So I don't feel like streaming. I just want to have fun. I play 2 games really. I have Marvel Rivals, but I'm not any good at it and people make fun of me, and then that's no fun. That's no fun at all. I like Fortnite. I like Lego Fortnite, and I like The Sims. I do. I've always liked The Sims, but I'm not a big gamer. But I am Wonder Woman girl. I love Wonder Woman. I love everything Wonder Woman except Wonder Woman 84. But there was going to be this huge Wonder Woman game. I guarantee you I would have played it. I would have bought it. I would have played it. Tabitha says that I gave up gaming with her because she doesn't mind lingering near the storm. By the way, you call that the pink stuff, madam, and I don't risk getting caught in the storm. No, but that's not why I gave up on gaming with her. I feel too much pressure when I'm doing it live, I guess. That's why. That's why I stopped doing it. Maybe I'll stream some Sims 4 Business and Hobbies when it comes out tomorrow. Oh, no, I'll be busy tomorrow. I'll be at the convention. Anyway, get me off track here. So I would have totally bought a Wonder Woman game and played it because I love Wonder Woman. And Gail Simone, who has written Wonder Woman in the past, and she follows me on Twitter, but she doesn't talk to me, so I don't understand that. Anyway, she had something to say about it, and this is what prompted me to actually bring it up on the stream, because I don't normally talk gaming news. Here's what Gail says. Regarding the Wonder Woman video game, others have already revealed elsewhere that I was a consultant on this game, so the cheetah is out of the bag. I want to say a couple important things about the game and the team who made it. Look, that's beautiful. This is from Monolith Productions. This is absolutely beautiful. Mind you, Warner Brothers has closed this gaming studio. They've closed like 3. So they not only canceled the game, they closed the studios. Gail was asked, she says, to do long-term consulting on the game, and I was thrilled to do it. It was a perfect storm of stuff I adore. Wonder Woman video games and one of my favorite video game studios, Monolith, who produced the Game of Thrones, The Year of Mordor games. Oh, the Year of Mordor games. And I was completely addicted to it. Never even heard of it. See, not a gamer. The game was gorgeous and expansive. It was beautiful to look at. I'm not going to give details for a number of reasons, but every effort was made to make this not just a great game, but a great Wonder Woman game, a showpiece epic. And all of that was because of the team. Everyone who worked on it brought their A game, programmers, artists, designers, everyone. I don't know what I have I don't know that I have ever worked with a team that cared more about making sure the end product was perfect. It was a dream come true. Wonder Woman had a dream team and they put their all into it. They made sure it had Wonder Woman and DC lore on every aspect of the game. It was a thrill and an honor to work with them. I know there's a lot of finger pointing going on, but everyone I worked with from Monolith and Warner Brothers was both enthusiastic and supportive. Everyone wanted to make it the best game ever. Sometimes you give your all and it doesn't work out, but that was an amazing team, and I can only hope they continue to make brilliant games. Someone is going to snap them up and get a new industry standard. I know it. Kino says if they would have made it like God of War, but with Wonder Woman, it would have been something cool. But game studios have burned the fans regarding DC properties. I don't know much about God of War, but what I do know, I think you might be right. Because again, not a gamer, but I am super sad. It seems like a lot of effort was put into it. I'm hoping it was the right effort. I'm hoping, but Warner Brothers canceled it and closed 3 studios. Sorry about that. Yeah. There have not really been a bunch of good DC games. There's been no Wonder Woman games that I know of because I would have bought them. It's a shame. No Wonder Woman animated series, no real Wonder Woman series, no plans for Wonder Woman in the movies, and no Wonder Woman game. Looking at you, James Gunn and Peter Safran. Get it together. Okay? She is the first lady of superheroes. Okay? She is the queen of superheroes. She is the holy trinity of DC heroes. And you've given her zero respect so far. Not okay with it. Not okay. All right. I'm going to take this down. So, Kathleen Kennedy, is she leaving? Is she really leaving? Because Mike Zero says at least once a week for the last 5 years that she was fired. Him and his bedazzled butt jeans. Is she really leaving? Because virtually every single outlet is reporting that she's gone. By the end of the year, she's retiring. And Loki is right. She's 71 years old. And it's not like she's a career politician. So, I mean, really, it's past time. We need to let senior citizens retire and enjoy their golden years. And that's anyone. And Mike is, that's the joke, sweetheart. That's the joke. Mike is full of it. And I found out that my mother loves Mike Zero. And I was like, well, I guess you're going to the old folks' home, the worst one I can find. No, everyone knows Mike's full of shit, honey. That's the joke. Yeah. But we hear once a week for 5 years at least that she's fired, she's fired, she's fired, she's fired. But yesterday, every single major news outlet reported Matthew Maloney said she is retiring at the end of the year. Every single one, except one. And pardon me, given the source, it might be proof that this take is total pants. So here we have, where'd it go? Ugh, no thanks. CNN is reporting that the Star Wars chief is staying on at Disney despite a report that she's leaving, at least for now. Wait a minute. That's the wrong one. That was the wrong one. That was the wrong screen. Let's see. There it is. That's the one. Who do we? Hey, Andrew. What's up? Good morning, Science Fictionary. Good morning. So I'm with Kino. I'll believe it when I see it. Everyone else is saying she's retiring, but CNN says no. This is by Liam Riley. 71-year-old woman. Someone who could quite possibly be a great grandmother. Still running Star Wars. Rumors that Lucasfilm's longtime president may be leaving Disney have swirled for quite some time, but reports that Kathleen Kennedy will retire at the end of her contract may be jumping the gun. Puck reported Tuesday that Kennedy, who is 71, is expected to step down as president of the storied production company behind the Star Wars franchise before the end of 2025. Several news publishers have followed with their own reports, but a source familiar with the matter tells CNN that's not the case, emphasizing that there's nothing there right now. Any announcement of Kennedy's retirement, if indeed there's anything to announce, will be made public when actual decisions are made, the source told CNN. Lucasfilm did not respond to a request for comment, and a spokesperson for Disney did not comment on the story. Kennedy joined Lucasfilm in 2012 as co-chair alongside George Lucas before being named president shortly after Lucas parted ways with the company following Disney's $4 billion acquisition of the company the same year. Kennedy was hailed for rejuvenating the Star Wars franchise after she helped launch the latest trilogy of the Star Wars universe. Was she hailed? Oh my gosh. While the 3 installments of the sequel trilogy were massive successes at the domestic box office, the movies were plagued with diminishing returns, with 2015's The Force Awakens from J.J. Abrams pulling in just over $936 million, followed by $620 million for 2018's The Last Jedi and $515 million for 2019's Rise of Skywalker. Still, the 3 sequel movies pulled in more domestically than any of the 3 prequel films. Are we not considering inflation in that, Liam? Inflation. Good morning, Aaron. Good morning, Christian Phantom. I'm so sorry. I've just been wrapped up into it. I'm so sorry. Oh, my bad. My bad. I'm sorry. Yeah, I don't think that they are considering inflation because those came out 20 years before these. And hailed not so much. Oh. Under Kennedy, Lucasfilm released a new Star Wars movie every year from 2015 to 2019, though these likewise were met with mixed success. Oh. Where critics heaped praise on Lucasfilm's 2016 Rogue One, a Star Wars movie, which nabbed over $532 million at the domestic box office, they were less kind of the company's 2018 Solo, a Star Wars Story, which made a humble $13 million domestically. That's because Rogue One was super, super good, and Solo, a Star Wars movie was, to say, not. Solo, whose budget was at least $250 million, to say nothing of its pricey marketing campaign, was also the first Star Wars movie to lose money. Still, as Star Wars movies saw diminishing returns on the silver screen, Lucasfilm pivoted to focus on streaming, debuting its first season of The Mandalorian on Disney Plus in November 2019 as Disney's streaming platform launched. Since then, Lucasfilm has put out about another 5 live action shows, including 2 more Mando seasons, The Book of Boba Fett, Obi-Wan Kenobi, and Ahsoka. Are we not talking The Acolyte and Andor? While all other Lucasfilm series have achieved acclaim, here we go. The Acolyte was canceled in August after just 1 season and mixed reviews. Mixed reviews? Mixed? Is that what we say when something's total shit and got ripped apart by the critics? The company recently released a trailer for the much anticipated second season of Andor, which is set to premiere on Disney Plus April 22nd. Making the most of the streaming success of The Mandalorian, Lucasfilm in 2024 announced it was working on a feature installment, the series Mandalorian and Grogu from Jon Favreau, its first movie since its release in 2019. Didn't even mention Skeleton Crew because that was good. But this is, to me, no surprise from CNN that this is an incredibly biased article. Incredibly biased article. It is by no means telling the absolute hard truth about Kathleen Kennedy's tenure at Star Wars. She has raked it through the coals. Rogue One, a Star Wars movie, was fantastic. It was well done. She had little to do with that one. She had everything to do with the sequels, with The Acolyte, with Solo. Okay? And they're awful. This isn't talking about her The Force is Female campaign, which, no, the Force is not, because balance in all things is supposed to be the whole point of the Force. You can't make it entirely one thing. Ugh. Incredibly biased article that instead of saying this show did terribly, it says mixed reviews. Instead of saying Rogue One was far better done than Solo, a Star Wars movie, which just felt like not even trying, they say just didn't perform as. Rogue One is the best Star Wars movie since Return of the Jedi. Changed my mind. Changed my mind. No, you're not listening to me, Loki. It has to be both. That's the Force. You've got the brother and the sister and the father managing them both. That's the Force. That's the Force. It's both. It has to be balanced. So I'm going to say she is retiring because in this article, they're very strategic about it. He's very strategic. He says also that there was no comment from Lucasfilm at all. Lucasfilm and Disney said no comment. And if it wasn't true, if it wasn't true at all, good morning, Tom B. Good morning. Good morning, Penny. I just love you. Hello. Oh, you don't, Loki? That's okay. I don't care. I love Rogue One, and I think it's a fantastic film. It's the best one since the original series. You gotta have a boy and a girl midi-chlorians. Oh, midi-chlorians. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. But anyway, Lucasfilm did not comment at all on her supposed retirement. And if it were not true, they would have flat out said unconfirmed, not true. They would have said that. So I'm saying it's true. Every single media outlet is reporting it except CNN. Except CNN. And CNN even says Lucasfilm had no comment. Had no comment. Lucasfilm did not respond to a request for comment, and a spokesperson for Disney did not comment for the story. The only source, private source, they say, they don't name, says it's not the case, emphasizing that there's nothing there right now. That's not saying that's not the case. They're saying there's nothing here right now. I think she's retiring. I think it's finally happening. I've been saying ever since I started this podcast 4 or 5 years ago that you will not see that she's fired because, you know, Mike Zero and people like him are constantly saying she's fired. I would always say They will not fire her because Disney has to be infallible. They have to remain always right. No, they can't have anything to prove that they've made a mistake on anything. So they will never say, that's it, we're firing her. They have stood behind her so much and pumped her up so much to us that firing her would be admitting that was incorrect of them. And they won't do that. Never. Never. I mean, look at the lawsuit with Gina. They cannot be proved infallible. So I've always said what you will see is you'll get an announcement that she's retiring. They won't fire her. They'll just tell her to retire. And I believe this is what's happening. I think it got leaked out before they were ready to make the official announcement. And now they're like, well, we're just not going to comment until we're ready. Dreaming Tabitha, it's the year of Gina Carano. Disney, better watch out. I agree with you. She's going to win. She's going to win. They are watching themselves right now. And I guarantee you that having Kennedy retire is part of it. And they got to be careful how they go about it. Because they got this lawsuit going on. I wonder if Kathleen Kennedy has to turn over her hard drives too when she retires. Does she have to turn over all her computers and hard drives? Does she get followed around by SUVs and get her phones tapped? Did that happen for her? Tell me what you think in the comments below. Do you think she's really retiring? Do you think we're finally done with the reign of the Empress Kennedy? Tell me in the comments below. Tomorrow's going to be totally different, guys. Tomorrow's going to be different. I will not be streaming in the morning like I usually do. It will be closer to the afternoon because I am going to be at the Trans World Halloween and Attractions Convention, coming to you live from the convention floor. And my friend Brian Sipe, he's in town. He got in town. He landed last night. I'm very excited to get to see him again. We are going to try. We're going to try to record leg stuff. I haven't gotten to talk to him about it again since he told me that his stay is being cut a couple days short because of some issues back home that he's got to take care of. So I'm very bummed about that, but we're going to try. We're going to try to get some updates on the Belgium project out to you guys. If we can't make any progress this week, I'm probably going to have to walk away from pushing the project for a while because it's very hard when you're here, your partner's all the way over there, like more than 1,000 miles away, like 3,000 miles away. And we have no money to get anything going. It's been a beautiful idea, but it's been very hard to get any kind of forward motion since I went out there almost 2 years ago, or it's been 2 years ago. It's been very difficult, but we're going to try to get some stuff done while he's in town. He is working a booth at the convention, so that makes things a little difficult. But I will be there every day, streaming live. Hopefully I'm sure we'll see some really cool stuff. We'll meet some really cool people. I got to pick up my press badge early in the morning and then get started. So today I will be packing and getting ready, walking around. Loki asks, walking around or afterwards? Like, no, walking around, dude. We're going to be walking around with my wireless mic and my selfie stick, and we're going to check out the convention together. We're going to talk to some people. We're going to see who we can run into. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. So the convention lasts from Thursday to Monday. Is it Monday? Let me see here. No. So it's Thursday through Sunday. So you guys are going to get me like every day for almost 2 weeks. I hope you can handle it. But yeah, we're going to be walking around the convention, meeting people, checking out some cosplays, checking out some cool special effects, and I'll do my best to I tell you what. Here's what I want you to do. I want you guys to pick some topics, some nerdy news, okay? And bring it up in the chat. And we'll chat about it while we're walking around the convention. How's that sound? Sound good? All right. So if you want to help me pay for the parking up there, because it's probably going to be pricey, then you could do so by scanning this QR code right here, because I am broke and I do have to pay for parking and hot dogs. But if you want to help support the channel in a financial way, thank you. I cannot do this show without you guys' support. It really means a lot. It helps me keep this software so I can keep going on the air. You can help out by scanning this QR code right here, which takes you to the link right down here. buymeacoffee.com/comics at MUA. You can tip me as little or as much as you like. You can even use Cash App if you want to. It's $ DanielleSoncasie. So check that out if you would like to help. Also, I have a merch store, comicsandcosmetics.etsy.com. We just sold a St. Neil mug last night. Those are my favorites right now. I need to get one myself. I also have a Patreon. You can join the Nerdling Army by going to patreon.com/comics. And we have 3 different tiers starting as little as $3 a month. Each has its own rank and insignia. You get your own exclusive official Nerdling Army merch every 3 months. For the first year of your membership, you get access to the official Nerdling Army chat on Patreon. You can ask me anything. You can request breakdowns and videos, early access to videos, all kinds of stuff. It's right there. I'm also sponsored by Leash Boss. Where are my fur mamas and fur daddies? If you have a baby at home that has 4 legs, then I have the company for you. They love your dog as much as you do. I promise you this. It is a company, a pet supply company, a pet essentials company, if you will, created by dog owners. They just sent Tiny a pack of their stuffingless Jungle Friends toys, and he absolutely loves them. Reinforced backing, 2 squeakers, crinkle paper. It's perfect. He rips up toys to absolute shreds, and he can't rip these up and choke on stuffing. So if you want 10% off your first purchase, which does make me look good and go to me, go to the link right here. It's in the description, leashboss.com. Absolutely love them. I am a member of the Red 5 Network. We are a collective of exclusively nerdy content creators and podcasters, all right here under the Red 5 logo. This podcast, of course, powered by Red 5. So if you like this podcast, you're probably going to like more of Red 5. Check him out at red5.bio.link. But that's all I got for you guys today. That's all I got. I got to get ready for tomorrow. I got to get this house cleaned, and I got to get my stuff packed, because tomorrow we hit the convention floor. Until then, nerds, have a wonderful day. Hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell on your way out. And keep your eye out, because even though she's going to retire,
Disney and Kathleen Kennedy are gonna get you!